Hello everybody, welcome to my Cards by Kate Fletcher YouTube channel. Yesterday I spent a good 2 or 3 hours filming a video for you all, only to decide when it was all said and done that I didn't like what I'd created at all. And I know we're our own worst critics, but I wasn't going to put up work that I wasn't happy with. So tonight I sat down and I had a very clear plan of what I was going to film and what I was going to share, and then it morphed into something completely different. So this is literally third time lucky trying to do this week's video for you all. And this is what I have come up with that I wanted to share. It's a really clean and simple Christmas card. I think it's really, really beautiful. It's using just a little bit of ribbon, matte and layers. I've done some embossing, and then I finished it off using the Frozen Wishes snowflake stickers that I got from Every Crafts a Pound, and I'm really happy with it. I think it's really, really beautiful. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So I'm not using many materials in this video. I've literally got some nice red ribbon. I'm using this embossing powder. It's by Cosmic Shimmer and it is called Dazzle Berry. So it's a really nice one. I've got some double-sided tape. I've got my glue, my embossing buddy. I've got my Versamark embossing ink. I am using a pigment ink for the sentiment down here. I'm going to be using these stamps again. This deer stamp is actually one I won, I think, the year before last. I'm sure I've seen it still available on Craft Stash when I was having a look at their Black Friday deals recently. So if I can find it, I will link it either on my blog or in the description box below. But I really like this deer. It's just full of detail and it's really, really cute. And then the Merry Christmas stamp, but you could use any stamp you want, really. I've got my cardstock is going to be the Hobbycraft cardstock, and this is the Frozen Wishes stickers. Aren't they just beautiful? I really, really love them, and I did get quite a few of those. Right. I have prepped some of this already, but I will give you all the measurements for what I've got. So the card blank is just a pre-made one, as you can see. It's pretty much 6 by 6. It actually measures just under. And then I've got the mats and layers here. Let's put it like this for a second. So the red cardstock, one piece is 5 5/8 square and the other is 5 1/8 square. The white card is 5 3/8 square by 4 7/8 square. So those are the different mats and layers you're going to need, and I will link the measurements on my blog and probably put them down below for you as well. Right, let's get cracking on this video. Just move this out of the way. I'm going to do the embossing on the smallest piece of paper. Move everything else for a second. I'm just going to bring in this mat here. Okay. match my... Now, I used my embossing buddy last time, and I used it, what I thought was quite a lot, but it's still, I had the embossing powder in places I didn't actually want it. So I am going to absolutely go to town this time to try and make sure I don't get the embossing powder where I don't want it. Alright, we'll try this. Grab my stamp. I do find it easiest to use a stamping platform when I'm doing stamping work, unless it's a little sentiment or I'm making a background. I just find it easier. I'm going to put the deer in the middle of the card, like that. And I'm really going to go to town on the embossing ink. It is a very detailed stamp, because it's got like the little baubles and stuff on the inside of the body of the deer. So I want to make sure my ink really sticks to the detail. I don't want it coming off when I put the heat gun on. But I really love stamping work. Stamping is my favourite thing to do. I find it really relaxing. Embossing just mesmerises me. I love watching the colour change. Something I think I did struggle with at first, but now I've kind of got the hang of it and I just love it. And because this has now turned into third time lucky for the video, my ideas book for my videos is getting fuller and fuller and fuller, but that's fine. It just means we have lots of videos to do in the new year, doesn't it? Okay, let's see how that's come out. Make sure we don't need another pass at it. Oh, come on. Can just about make out. I can see with a naked eye that that's fine. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera too good. Move that out the way. This was one of the first coloured embossing inks I ever treated myself to, and I love it. I really like the Cosmic Shimmer range of embossing powders. I just find they work for me the best. I'm just going to bring my paintbrush in because I can see, God, I've already got the powder where I don't want it to be, which is really annoying. And then it's all come off that antler up there. Let's put some more up there. Isn't that pretty? Right, I think I'll just put a little bit more on the neck. And just over here as well. Right, let's try that. The reason I'm using the red embossing powder is because it ties in with the mats and layers, and I just thought it'd be nice to keep it all in the same colour scheme. I did a toy with actually doing it green. I've got an embossing powder called, I think it's called Holly Leaf, and I really like it, but I decided to just stay with the red because it tied in with my mats and layers. Okay, I'm going to heat this up and do the heat embossing now. I'll probably try and mute the video if I can. I'm going to try to heat it from underneath to start with, try and stop the detailed bits losing their sparkle, and then I'll come on to the top afterwards. Now I just need to assemble the card, so I'm going to put this to one side for a second. These are the bottom mats and layers. Just going to use wet glue to put the white one onto the red one. Before I stick this onto the card base, I'm going to now put the ribbon around the middle, and I'm going to use my double-sided tape to catch it on the other side. I don't really need a lot of tape. If I wasn't using this as a base layer, I'd also put some tape or a glue dot under the ribbon going through the middle, just to make sure that it stayed in place. But I'm not going to do that this time because I'm going to be putting the other layers on top of it. And before I put this one onto the red layer, I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the bottom. I'm going to try and keep it as central as I can. I kind of want it under the deer. Pleased with that. Okay, now I'm going to just put this onto the red one. Just need to be careful not to smudge my sentiment because it's still wet. How is Christmas? Only like 3 weeks away now. Honestly, I've probably done far too many Christmas cards, but I really like making them. Don't care if I don't send them all, I just like making them. Right, now that can go onto here. When I did the first card, I actually used double-sided tape to put this topper on. And I've got a nice even border all the way around, as you can see. All that's left to do now is to put these beautiful stickers on. I've got some ideas for other projects with these, but that will probably now wait till next year. Okay. Always best to work in uneven numbers. And there we go. Isn't that just beautiful? And there you have it. I think this card is absolutely beautiful. I'm really happy with the clean, simple, crisp look. And I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you some inspiration. I will be back again next week with another video, and if you would like to be notified of when that goes up, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, you'll be notified as soon as I put a video up. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.